Guys, howdy! Bitcoin with Dinny here. Welcome to the channel. Today I want to chat to you a little bit about the Bitcoin price. I want to give you sort of my thoughts on what's going on, what's happening, what's changed. And then in the second half, I'd like to chat to you a little bit about ways that you can lose your Bitcoin, because I've had two sort of unique losses this week, and I'll just share them with you. One of them I'd never heard of before. I'd heard of it, but I'd never seen it happen. So I'll just chat to you about that so you can be wide and hopefully learn, hopefully keep your Bitcoin more secure. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Let's get to know you, become part of the community. We're Ireland's first Bitcoin consulting company, and for the last 5 years, we've been helping people to understand Bitcoin in a really simple way. Because if you can understand Bitcoin in a really simple way, you likely own Bitcoin, and the better you understand Bitcoin, the more Bitcoin you own. And over the last 5 years, all that matters was Bitcoin outperformed everything, so the more Bitcoin you owned, the better. So that's why we do what we do. We also have a retire early community with over 300-400 people in it. We're all learning together, taking our courses, and we get on live calls every 2 weeks with them. We have a WhatsApp club. Sorry, I'm trying to tell you everything I do here. And I also do consulting where we meet people one-on-one. We help them. We go through security audit of their situation, or if they're getting started, we make sure that they start and do things by the protocol that I set. More on that later, of why I do things the way I do. But the Bitcoin price, I want to chat to you about that first. Last week, you may or may not be aware 80,000 Bitcoins were sold. Now this was a milestone event. 80,000 Bitcoins had never hit the market before, and it shows you how this market has totally changed and totally is a new market in only a couple of short years. So in 2022, there was a company called FTX. It was the second largest crypto company on the planet, and it had it failed. Now, if you're new to this space, you probably hold your Bitcoin on exchanges. It's a rookie mistake. It's not advisable because, as I said, FTX, second largest crypto company, blew up. Everyone lost their money. Everyone lost their Bitcoin. They got back pennies on the dollar. The cycle before that, there was Bitfinex, one of the largest exchanges, blew up. Everyone lost their money. Everyone lost their Bitcoin. The cycle before that, there was Mt. Gox, the largest exchange in the world at the time. Everyone lost their money. Everyone lost their Bitcoin. So holding your Bitcoin on exchange, not a good idea. It's okay to get started, but when you start building a serious Bitcoin pension, you gotta get it out there, in my opinion. Not financial advice, just what I would do, looking at the facts that I've just shared. Plus all the other ways that your actual wallets can get, your exchange accounts can get hacked. People can get access to your 2FAs and your passwords and all that sort of stuff and get in themselves. So even if the company doesn't fail, someone can get access to your Bitcoin, and they don't even have to be in the country. They can be in any country in the world to do that. Scary stuff, in my opinion, because I see it go wrong all the time. So anyway, FTX failed, long story short, and it caused the price of Bitcoin to absolutely tank. Now the FTX sell-off was way smaller than 80,000 Bitcoins hitting the market last week, and it brought the price of Bitcoin down under $16,000. We were at 70. So that shows you, in 2022, a sell-off like that caused basically a bear market, crashed the price of Bitcoin for years, okay, which was a great opportunity for those who understood it well, but not for those who didn't. So last week we had 80,000 hit the market, and the market basically coughed, sneezed. It went down 3%. No one even noticed, because the price is volatile. You know, we're just bouncing around these ranges, gathering up momentum for our next spring. So to me, that was like, oh my God, this market has changed, and this market has changed big. All those coins were gobbled up, OTC, over the counter. So it didn't really affect the Bitcoin price at all. 3% drop. That's a nothing burger. Okay? That's a Sunday morning in Bitcoin. Have a lie-in, relax, all is well. So Bitcoin market's changed. We have a rotation. We've these new Bitcoin treasury companies gobbling up Bitcoin supply. We've ETFs gobbling up Bitcoin supply. We have people like Ray Dalio increasing their allocation. So Ray Dalio is probably the go-to investor on the planet. Someone who I had a lot of respect for over the years, read his books, loved his all seasons portfolio, tried to replicate it as an early young investor. And Ray was recommending 1% Bitcoin allocation in 2021 4 years later, did he double it? No. Did he triple it? No. Quadruple it? No. 5x it? No. 10x it? No. Ray's now recommending 15%. Neither Bitcoin or gold, your choice. Obviously, if you understand liquidity, you understand the future, you're not going to buy shares in Blockbuster when you have the option to buy shares in Netflix, and it's an early stage startup and it's only 2 trillion in market cap. Because you know, if you study markets, that never in the history of anything has anything hit 2 trillion and then gone to zero. So you know it's got escape velocity. Well, maybe you don't, but I do. Guys, make sure you hit the like button if you enjoy the content, if you're learning something. So Bitcoin's a different asset, okay? The world is starting to figure out what all the people who've been following this channel for the last few years, by now you realise how redundant Bitcoin is, how immune it is, how strong it is, how it is like, it's been described like that crazy Greek monster that just every time you chop off one of its heads, it grows 2 more back. You can't kill this thing, it morphs, it grows, it moves. And that's the beauty of it. That's what makes it so powerful. That's what makes me understand that it's the best vehicle to store wealth in. People think of it as an investment when they don't understand it. When you understand it, you realise, well, I'll just tell you how I see it because I can't tell you what to do. But when you really understand Bitcoin, I realise that the risk is in everything else. The risk is in my stocks, the risk is in my property, the risk is in my bonds. Oh my God, is the risk in my bonds. The risk is not in my Bitcoin. Anyway, if you want help to understand that, let me know. So, different market, price is obviously going higher. We're going to bounce around here for a while. Global liquidity is going up, price of Bitcoin's going up. Simple stuff. Okay, should I buy now, should I buy later? None of that matters, okay? When Bitcoin was 5 grand, it might have mattered. Do you think it'll go down a grand? It might have mattered, because that was a 20% difference. Still didn't, in today's terms. You know, like if you were talking to someone and he says, oh yeah, I get into Bitcoin when it's 4 grand a Bitcoin, and you're talking to someone and they said, oh, I get into Bitcoin when it's 5 grand a Bitcoin. Do you care? Does it matter? They're both done really well. It's a rounding error. It's the exact same today. It's just people, they just don't get this stuff. They don't get percentages. And even then it mattered more, and it still doesn't matter today. So today it doesn't matter whether you buy a Bitcoin at 115 or 120. Like, what percentage move is that? A nothing burger. So for me, my saying is always, the time to buy Bitcoin is like the time to plant a tree. It was 10 years ago. I wasn't smart enough to buy my Bitcoin 10 years ago, so the time is now. I was an entrepreneur. Going about my business, thought I was very clever making money and missing Bitcoin. But anyway, we all got Bitcoin the price to deserve, and it's still early. That's the beauty of it. I started taking Bitcoin very seriously in 2020. Still early. 2025, still early. You know, it's internet 1998. Ain't nobody saying it's too late to use the internet in 1998. Most people aren't using it. Like Bitcoin, most people aren't using it. Just a few years are. Congratulations. Let me take a sip. And then I'm going to talk to you about the ways you can lose your Bitcoin. So we had 2 ways come across my desk this week. First one was with someone I know who does similar stuff to me. Not as well, of course. Copied my business. Only kidding. It's a big world out there. I'm always early. I'm always the first at everything. I was the first person doing using social media to market business way back when people were saying, like, why are you showing us a picture of your food there, Dinny, on Facebook? Because gets me fitness clients, basically. Gets me eyeballs, and now everybody does it. You have to do it. Every Tom, Dick and Harry's in a restaurant now taking pictures of their food. 15 years later when Dinny was doing it. That's the way it is. Anyway, this guy does what I do, quite similar. Doesn't like, basically he's a consultant, a Bitcoin consultant. Doesn't use the protocol I use. I always tell him to do it, but sent me out a client. They were buying Bitcoin, sending Bitcoin to the wallet, and the Bitcoin was not showing up. And they're like, what's going on? They were checking everything. Then they were onto the exchange where they were buying Bitcoin, and they had to get their tech team on it and look into it, and they couldn't figure it out why the Bitcoin wasn't hitting the wallet when they were sending it to it. Now this client wanted to buy 3 Bitcoin. 3 Bitcoin. Imagine being that rich. You've 300 grand to buy 3 Bitcoin. But some people are, and they will buy 3 Bitcoin, and some people buy 10 Bitcoin, and some people probably buy 100 Bitcoin. There's people rich enough out there once they figure it out. So, but these Bitcoin, they weren't hitting the wallet, they were disappearing. So then they had to get onto the wallet provider, and they have their tech team on it. And this has gone on over a couple of days, and clients obviously super nervous. And eventually they figure out, long story short, there's malware on her device, and it recognizes every time you copy a Bitcoin wallet address. And what does it do? It changes it, and it puts in the scammer's Bitcoin wallet. So every time you broadcast a transaction, you're sending the scammers more Bitcoin. Scary stuff, guys. I get onto our tech team, like I consult for the Bitcoin advisor, and we chatted about this, and these guys are very technical. That's the beauty of what I do, is that I have a super tech team to lean on. I'm like, yeah, you can spin something like that up easy. I'm like, what? So that was a new one for me. I'd heard about it, but I'd never seen it happen. Now, thank God it didn't happen to any of my clients. The process that I use for when any of our clients come in for purchasing Bitcoin would get around this. This wouldn't happen because I only recommend the broker, and the broker does test transactions. And even if there was a problem, who's the liability with? The broker, not the client. That's why I do what I do, because the client literally cannot screw up. That's why people come to me. If you want to buy Bitcoin, you don't have to worry about doing it wrong or making a mistake, which can be catastrophic. Come and see me. That's why I do what I do. That's why I have an amazing track record, and we've never lost a single Satoshi. But scary stuff. The second thing I had was a client came to me, and they had an old piece of hardware that was out of date, and the company weren't supporting it anymore, and the piece of hardware wasn't actually working. It wouldn't connect to a vault. So what we done there was we recovered the wallet using the seed, the backup seed. We recovered it to the new wallet, and then we moved the Bitcoin out of that single point of failure into my preferred way of holding Bitcoin, which is Multisig, where you have no single point of failure. It doesn't matter if you die, your Bitcoin goes to your family. It doesn't matter if the wallet provider stops supporting the hardware, stops supporting the wallet. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the software that we're running the Multisig on ceases to exist, goes away, becomes redundant. Doesn't matter. It's fixable. It doesn't matter because it's a Multisig. We do a collaborative security. So it doesn't matter if any of the key holders go redundant, try to steal the Bitcoin. None of this matters. Everything can blow up, everything can go wrong, and the Bitcoin can't be lost. It's an amazing way to hold their Bitcoin. It'll be time locked into the future, and it's how all the big entities hold their Bitcoin. It's how any people who are early in Bitcoin hold their Bitcoin now that it's available, because you just have such peace of mind. You can do what you want, and you can't lose your Bitcoin. You can give your wallet away to anyone. You can't lose your Bitcoin. It's magic. So we moved it into that situation because the guy wasn't technical, didn't want to trade it, just wants to custody the Bitcoin for a long time, and so we fixed the wallet, brought it into a new hardware device, and then moved it to a Multisig collaborative, and all was well. I'm on my way up just up to a meeting now to meet a business partner in a different business, so look forward to a good day. Hope you're enjoying the Bitcoin markets, enjoying Bitcoin space, enjoying your life, because it is awesome. If you need any help with anything that we do, reach out. Beware of scammers, guys. Constantly people impersonate me, send Facebook messages, and even just general scams. Like I'd someone close to me called me about their dad who got this call about Bitcoin that he doesn't remember buying years ago, and and they just want 500 just to give you the Bitcoin. It's like, these are scams. Just forget about them. You didn't buy Bitcoin years ago that you forgot about, okay? And even if you did, no one is going to ring you. Nobody will ring you. That's not how this space works. They never ring. So if they ring, anytime you get a phone call about anything, it's a scam. Don't answer the phone. That's what I do. So you might know it's very hard to get me. I only answer the phone with people I know. It's hard for new people to come in. But I'll ask you for your number. If you send me an email, I'll say, send me your number, I'll give you a call. We'll have a chat about your situation so you can help you. Not with scams and stuff like that. I don't deal with any of that stuff. But people are setting up new plans or have existing Bitcoin, they want a security audit, or they want better custody solutions created. That's what I do. So yeah, give me a shout. You can find me on bitcoinwithdinny.com. Go to my website, you'll see everything we do. Join Retire Early Club if you're trying to do this on your own. Your network, okay, your net worth is a consequence of your network. So that's why you should join the Retire Early Club. if you're going doing your Bitcoin portfolio on your own, we've outperformed you in the Retire Early Club because there's 300 of us. We found all ways. We've had people exposed to MicroStrategy early and MetaPlanet early, and Multisig ways of custoding Bitcoin, and getting existing pensions into Bitcoin. Like 99% of people don't realize it can be done, but we've people who've done it. We've a community, we've a whole group who've done it, and you know, that's just your network. If you want to increase your net worth, you should improve your network. So yeah, join the Retire Early Club, come have a crack with us. You can check it all out on the website. Guys, I'm gonna log off now because I'm just waffling. Have a super day. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'm gonna have a read of them right now, so stick them in there. Let's see what you guys want to know, and I'll try and make a little bit more content. Have a practice. Have a super day, guys. Make sure you hit the like button. It helps the algorithm, pushes Bitcoin content out there to more people. Don't let BlackRock buy it all. Let the plebs like you retire early. Hit the like button, and that helps the algorithm. Boom! Pumps your bags, baby. Dinny out. Have a super day.